opposite sort of villains that flock from endings we love to the ones that should stop. He'll call out the hype, tear down the disguise, say what you're thinking but can't verbalize. No sugarcoat, no play it safe plan, just raw uncut, that's Mr. Redman. Every frame, every game, every line's fair game. If it's weak, if it's fire, he'll call it by name. This is Lights, Camera, Rant, where fandom meets fury. Yeah, you know where we stand. Strap in, speak up, turn the volume to 10. And let begin.
Welcome to the Lights, Camera, Rant podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Lights, Camera, Rant. And as always, I'm your wonderful host, Mr. Rant, and we need to talk about Wonder Man. We need to talk about Send Help, and we need to talk about some of the biggest news that's happened in the past week, as always. For as many episodes that we have been doing this, for over 300 episodes that we've been going on, because I was looking at the numbers the other day, and I was like, holy shit. That will still keep going. And we have a big year ahead, so it's really good to settle down and get ready. And not to mention, Wonder Man has kicked off the year so good for Marvel. So fantastic. And as always, new episodes coming out every Tuesday. We go live every weekend to rant about the news, reviews, and chat with everybody. Also, like to shout out to Gabe for coming past the YouTube chat. Really appreciate it. As always, for everyone who's brand new, pull up a drink and let's rant. And everyone who's been here before, then you know exactly what you're installed for. And if you haven't already, go check out last week's episode where we reviewed Percy Jackson season 2 on Disney Plus, which was, that was a fantastic endings for season 2. Little bit like overall the season was fantastic. The ending was a little bit lackluster. And it's kind of like, here you go, here's the present. And you're like, great. And when season 3 coming out? It's coming out this year. It's coming out in November, roughly. Season 3 of Percy Jackson. To get excited for that, I just hope the fact the season finale of season 3 will be a little bit more action-packed compared to the last season. That's my only little drawback on that. Please go check out our review. And as always, go check out our socials and go to the merch store to get some rant gear for you ranters and rantettes. So, look, as always with these type of things, like, I don't like starting an episode off like this, and it is quite sad to say that we have lost an icon. We have lost basically everyone's mother. Catherine O'Hare unfortunately passed away in the past week, which was a bit of news that when I woke up and saw it, I was a bit, was really expecting that. Yeah, of course, you never know when someone's time's up. It's very sad. So here from the Rand family, we send our condolences to her friends, her family, and her pets as well. So it's a very darn shame to see that because, from Nightmare Before Christmas. I was about to say Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare Before Christmas. Most recently with the studio, Schitt's Creek, and of course Home Alone. And it's just sad that when you do see this, because you grow up with these movies, you grow up with these characters, and when you find out that the person behind them is unfortunately passed on, it's very heartbreaking. And the pour out from other actors and people talking about it just shows you the type of impact that they did have on people, both working professionally and both watching her movies as well. Of course, probably the most prominent being Home Alone 1 and 2. And a quick reminder, the fact for people, there is Home Alone 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure there's a 7th. I could be wrong, but I think it's a Home Alone 7. And of course, none of these people returned after number 2. So don't go back and watch them because they are absolutely DVD movies. Especially, I remember watching number 3. That was, number 3. Yeah, that was bad. 4 was bad. It just kept going. Yeah, this what happens when you can't capture the magic and you keep going back to that cow and squeezing every last drop. But no, it is very sad to see in the past week that has happened. But look, let's move on to some a little bit of happier news, which, depending the type of person that you are, whether or not you will like it or not, but the last Fast and the Furious film, as I'm recording this on the date, I could be totally wrong if this is going to happen or not, but Fast Forever is arriving next year. We will be getting our next Fast and Furious film, which is coming out. I'm pretty sure. I think it was November. Pretty sure it's November. It's coming out. I just can't believe. Yeah. So sorry, not November. Sorry, 18th of March. No, what else? Something else I was thinking about. It was going to come in November. No, 18th of March. We get the last Fast and the Furious film with Fast Forever. Which, between the film, we know that like The Rock's coming back, Jason Statham's coming back, Alan Richardson's coming into it. But then there's also the fact that apparently Paul Walker's coming back. Somehow, some type of fashion. Lord Alcatraz. Vin Diesel's only good movie was The Pacifier. Yeah, look, Vin Diesel's had such a weird career, and most people only know him from Fast and Furious. Then you got people that know him from The Pacifier. Then you have a whole other generation that know him from Riddick, and it's. Even saying that is like, for me, the first time I ever saw Vin Diesel was watching Saving Private Ryan, which a lot of people don't remember. He's actually in that. Andrea Goodison, are you sure it's the last one? Oh, nah. No, apparently they say it's the last one, but because this is going to be Fast 11. I will let everyone sink that in, but yes, it is Fast 11. So to me, it's just such a wild thing to think about. There is more like main tile Fast and Furious films than there are Star Wars films. That hurts me because, episode 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, there are Star Wars spin-off movies, but I'm talking like the main timeline. There's 11 movies of this guy. He's basically John Wick of racing, that he will not die. Surely this would have to be the last. Surely he's going to have to die and go out in a blaze of glory in his car, going into the moon or something. Like, that's what he's going to have to do. But yes, also Lloyd Alcatraz, I heard Vin Diesel was hard to work with. Yes. So apparently he's been hard to work with. He had altercations with The Rock, which is why The Rock left, and he's come back. But I think it's a whole other kettle of fish with The Rock that... not so much the fact he came back because he wanted to, but the fact he probably needed to, because The Rock's career, except for the Smashing Machine, wasn't doing too great, and he kind of like needed to win. Like, he's done, like, the Smashing Machine is fantastic, but just the last films before that, like Black Adam and everything, it's just like bomb after bomb after bomb. It's because he's so short, Vin Diesel. I know. Vin Diesel, he's a little bit short, not too, pretty sure. Well, when you put Vin Diesel against, like, Alan Richardson, like, yeah, he's going to be short as shit. You'd be like, wow, he's going to win the fight, not Vin. But, no, because there was also going to be a whole Hobbs and Shaw spin-off. If that happens, there's going to be a sequel to that with The Rock and Jason Statham. And there could be another one working on. So it's not going to end. It's Universal's cash grab franchise. And you know what the scary thing is? You want to know the really terrifying thing? Yeah, that we live in a movie, situation right now where it's the superhero era. That's one thing. But two, we're also in another era that's sequels, reboots, legacy sequels, and prequels. That's kind of what we're in right now. So even when I say that this is the last Fast and the Furious film, quotations, give it another 10 years, they'll reboot it. They'll make old man Dom, essentially, Logan type of aspect of Fast and Furious where one last ride. Like that's what we're going to do. Or they're going to reboot it with a whole other generation of actors. And, it could be Timothy Chalamet going into his career doing the Fast and Furious films. It's going to reboot at some point, and there's going to be a documentary on the fact that the entire Fast and Furious franchise is just what it's done. But yeah, fast forever, ranters and rantettes. Hope you are ready to race forever. Also, just 24 hours removed, we got a brand new trailer for The Devil's Wear Prada 2 that come out. So if anyone is fans of that, we got the brand new trailer coming out. So that's coming out this year. And yes, I thought so. 1st of May that we're popping off. And this is one of 3 films Anne Hathaway is starring in. So she has a really big year as well. Andre, the video game world is doing a lot of remasters as well. That's true. That's true. Video games, I guess I've reported, like I've said this before, and we're kind of in where superhero era is right there, and we've also got reboot sequels and everything. And I still predict that there's going to be the video game era that's going to come up, and that's going to be the next huge well that Hollywood is going to go rip through, because there's been so much success lately of turning video game franchises into movies, and there's been huge success. There wasn't a little while ago, but now the success is coming through. And, the cast of God of War TV show is just getting stacked and stacked and stacked. So when that drops, that's going to be insane. Oh, God, I can't wait for that to drop. But yeah, we're also getting a lot of remasters. Unfortunately, like as good as the game as it is, The Last of Us, I feel like it's got a remaster, collector's edition, remaster, collector's edition. It's essentially become Skyrim. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. And then what's floating really big now, which I feel like it's floating really big because there's a lot of buzz about it, but I still feel like it's like grain, like really take this as a grain of salt, is the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remasters. So there's a whole thing that apparently that Fallout Season 2 will announce this will be happening. But if it does happen, it will be a bit of a stretch, or they're just going to be announcing Season 3 of when Fallout Season 3 will drop. The scary thing is the fact that Fallout Season 2 final episode is this week, and then we're going to be reviewing it next week in its entirety of Fallout, which is totally scary to me, because I remember saying when it started, I'm like, wow, it's going to be so far away when this, we're going to be reviewing this in Feb, and we're here. Like, Feb's here, ranters and rantettes. Like, I swear, Doomsday is going to be here before we know it. Log Alcatraz, I want a video game crash like in the 80s. Oh, yeah. Don't know how they go. I'm never giving Bethesda another cent. Yeah, look, a lot of people feel that way, and it's justified. Like, it's justified with them. Like, they, like, again, their studio also needs to be stayed as well. The fact that you make these incredible games, yet at the same time, you are also one of the most unreliable studios. Like, and what is it? Elder Scrolls, it's coming. 2 years later, it's coming. 4 years later, it's coming. 8 years later, it's coming. 10 years later, it's coming. Okay, what about Fallout 5? Yeah, it's in the works. What about the remasters? Yeah, it's in the works. Okay. What else you cooking up? No, that's what we're doing. Oh, by the way, here's an Oblivion remaster. Like there you go. This is just what we've been cooking up. I'm not going to tell you about it. But here it is. Enjoy. Catch. Have a nice day. And also here's Fallout 76, because you want to Fallout Online with some of the biggest bugs, and is now recorded as initially one of the biggest flops in a video game ever dropping. Like, then the fact it's redeemed itself. Don't get me wrong; it's fully redeemed itself. There's a player fan base, but that was just wow. Talk about absolute like bomb of a game. It's right up there between Fallout 76, Cyberpunk, and No Man's Sky. Okay, good. How many more times are they going to push back GTA 6? I know GTA 6. Look, I'm right there with you. I'm frustrated that they keep delaying it. And what did I see? There was something. Oh, it was something I saw in the past week, and I just lost my mind. It was the fact that someone's about to graduate, or someone's having their kids, and something like that, and they're like, and we still haven't got GTA 6. Like that's that's the wild thing for it. And look, for Rockstar, it's hard because for Rockstar, they are almost the Christopher Nolan of video games. Regardless of what they bring out, you pay your money. It's complete. If you didn't know, you still pay your $100 and you get your game, and it's going to be full. It's going to be all there. Here's the whole package. It's good to go. It's in depth. It's huge. It's fantastic. It was a great story. That's what they do. It just sucks the fact that it's delayed again and again and again. But I still feel like GTA 6 isn't as bad as Elder Scrolls, to be honest. I feel like Elder Scrolls has been going on forever. Like, I feel like that's been announced when I was in high school. And then I've been in high school for at least 12 years. So I feel like that's been going on forever. But hopefully this will be the last year, and I will be reporting on the end of this year the fact I'm playing GTA 6. That is the dream. Hopefully we can get that. It'd be great. That's what we really hope for. So fingers crossed. But sorry, what an absolute tangent on there is the fact that yes, Devil Wears Prada. So Devil Wears Prada fans, we got the trailer 1st of May. Gang is all back together. Some of them look like they've never aged, to be honest. All right. So we need to talk about, if you haven't already, is we got the Daredevil Born Again trailer. We got that in the season 2. We got that in the past week with the official streaming date for that, which is March 14th. That will be dropping. I'm so excited for this. I felt like the trailer had to be it felt like it was so long since we got the trailer for it, like in the sense that it's just around the corner next month and we haven't got a trailer. And I get Wonder Man's out right now, but still, and the trailer, the music, action, from what Vincent D'Onofrio has mentioned, Charlie Cox have said, the fact the action is right there. It's turned up to 11 for this, and that's pretty much what the trailer shows. Even the poster of Daredevil in the black suit with the double D's in, obviously looks like blood soaked rain. And like that poster is just aura farming. Like that is boom. That is something you get framed. That's the type of poster that is. That is awesome. That is just right. And that trailer is great. And the fact that we're getting season 3, I'm all up for it. Marvel, yes, a few things in the past few years Marvel's done wrong, but they've just done Daredevil justice. They have done him justice, the universe and everything. David said, I'd rather them delay a game to perfection than release unfinished rush product. For Bethesda, yeah, of course, 100%. Like any game. Oh, and GTA 6, fully 100%. Take as long as you need to perfect the game, which they have said that. That's also what happened with the brand new James Bond game too. That got delayed by a month because they wanted more time. It's a hard factor for them. Like they're gonna make Rockstar going to make their money. They're going to make it. Like everyone's going to pre-order it. They're going to do it. That's not even in question that they can do. They're going to do that. But yeah, take the time. But obviously, you play the game of like people getting excited for it, the hype train. Like that's the gamble you play. But instead of Wood again, Jessica Jones is back for this. For that as well. So trust the hype train is for. I'm 100% we're going to be reviewing on the podcast. I'm just excited. I still, what I love. What I love about this. I still. The podcast really shines with this that I still get excited for these the same way I did with Iron Man, and same thing I did with X-Men. I still get that excitement. I don't care the fact that there's so many superhero shows, good ones, bad ones, movies, everything else between. I still get excited seeing these characters and what Marvel does next with them. This year we're getting the last season of The Boys, which has been a bloody ripper of a TV show. It's gutted the fact it's the last season, but it has to be done. We're getting that. We're going to talk about Wonder Man a little bit later, and that's a whole other thing that I want to get into. Daredevil, we're in season 3, which is brilliant. I'm still excited. Like I said, the last Marvel thing I haven't seen was Eyes of Wakanda. That was the one because it's about a prequel about the Wakandians. And I haven't watched that yet. It's still on my hit list. But I still want to watch it. But yeah, Daredevil Born Again, the trailer, the poster, all of it. And if we also now talk about another thing that's going to be blood-soaked is that Deadpool 4 is in the works. Ryan Reynolds apparently is working on Deadpool 4. And Kevin Feige said that Wolverine and Deadpool will be back. And it's just been like, I hope he does. It is reported that he will. The Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool will appear in Avengers Doomsday and will appear in Secret Wars. And of course, on top of that is, with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's going to be appearing in Secret Wars. Andrew Garfield's meant to appear in it. There's a lot, but it's a sequel. It's 4 movie I wasn't expecting. David, I think Fallout show has its strengths and weaknesses. It's very fleshed out, but also risks drawing on and on. We all know Fallout has a very extensive lore. Don't imagine they'll finish the story. I do. It does. Yeah. It does run the risk of it could go too long, and that's it's funny. That's actually it's funny you actually bring that up because that was a kind of a thought I had was watching the last season. Is I'm really enjoying Fallout. I'm really enjoying it, loving it. But the whole premise is the fact of what the Ghoul wants to find his wife and daughter. And obviously what's his father's doing at the moment. So I'm like, well, if he finds his wife and daughter, that's kind of eclipses it of what the show is. And with the daughter bringing back the vault, gets justice, that's kind of it. But, if he doesn't find his wife and daughter, how many seasons can you really stretch that out in? Or is it going to be just like Super Mario? Sorry, Ghoul. Your wife and kids are in a different castle / vault. Try again. Is that aspect as well? And then what's that going to mean? So definitely season 3 has been greenlit. So we know there's going to be some kind of fight or something at the end. There's a lot riding on this last episode. I highly doubt this is going to be the one finishing it because it's just too good. But yeah, that's the question. Is how many seasons does this Fallout TV show and this premise have going? Also, sorry, go down. I do think they should do an Elder Scrolls series, but it runs the same as Fallout. A lot of people are pissed off at the show. Lots of people are hypercritical. They expect perfection in an imperfect world. mate, talk about it. This is the hard thing. Is that it's the same. It's the same thing like when you take a book to a movie to a video game, or a video game to a movie, or a video game to a TV show. It's not going to be exactly the same. There's always going to be something in the back. Like there's always going to be something that's get cut or something that reworks, because what works in one medium doesn't work in the next medium. With the book being like so big, and then the movie's like so long, which you see with every pretty much book to movie adaptation, or they will change something because it's different interpretation. I think the beautiful thing about Fallout, even with season 1, is that they've really nailed that. They've really, if you're a fan of the games for so long, it appeals to you in that sense. If you're a brand new to the Fallout series, it also brings you in. They've done a perfect balance in bringing in the old people and new people all at the same time. But then, again, sometimes it might not work and it can fail. Then you have situations like The Last of Us, where people got really pissed off on how everything was executed in the last season, to the point where season 3 is going to come out, and that's reported to be the final season. Like, that's it. That may change, but that's all they're going to be doing for it, and that's where it doesn't really work. Well, season one of Last of Us was brilliant. Season 2, not so good. Not to mention, we're also coming up to 12 months since that last season, and that did not very fare well with the community at all. But going back, Deadpool 4 is currently in the works, so get excited for that. Even though how much like red I'm wearing for it. Also, it's still a little thing is like nothing. It's not too massive. Ian McKellen was talking about how he apparently destroyed New Jersey the other day, and he's like, "Oh shit, I probably should have said that." I'm like, "All right, well, don't leave that nugget. Tell us more. Also, big shout out to Mr. Mark My Words for Come Past. This man, if you haven't already, go subscribe to this. This man does some excellent content about the latest video game news, fresh new games, and of course, Magic the Gathering reels that are completely hilarious, funny, and taken off. So go check that out. Does a great job. I also had this pleasure of this man going to see Send Help last week, which we'll be talking about as well. It would be a tragedy if Tatum doesn't get his Gambit movie after this cameo. Yeah, I know. He should get his own movie. He was meant to get his own movie. He got Deadpool, and because he did so good at Deadpool, he's back in Doomsday, and will probably be in Secret Wars as well. Hopefully. Mr. DJ Fly High, you guys been seeing the Marvel Rivals shit show? What shit shows we have on Marvel Rivals? I haven't seen anything bad about Marvel Rivals. Mr. Mike Words, wasn't it locked in? For Channing Tatum's movie, no, because Secret Wars is meant to be the hard reset in the MCU to kick it all off. So it's up to how many like X-Men, like as far as we know, they're going to be doing a hard reset, and a lot of characters won't be coming back, but there will still be some, of course, like Black Panther 3 and so on. So hopefully he does come back. Mr. DJ Fly High, I don't know, Channing Tatum is too old. Well, look, the funny thing is, if they just did the movie when they originally announced it, Fox, because actually, here, I'll look this up. There you go. When was the Gambit? I'm pretty sure it was like 2011 or 2012. It was It was meant to come out. There we go. So, okay, here you go. Here you go. So, originally, Channing Tatum's Gambit movie was originally meant to come out on October the 7th in 2016. That was when it was announced. And then due to multiple production delays, including changes in directors, script rewrites, it was absolutely bomb. And it got cancelled in May 2019. And that's pretty much it when everything kicked over. Yeah, it was originally meant to be then. The project was officially scrapped by Disney following their acquisition of 20th Century Fox. And, Channing Tatum said the fact it was cancelled because it got swallowed up in Disney the intended tone did not fit their plans for the X-Men at the time. That's the thing. So it's a hard thing because if Disney kept going with the film, which Kevin Feige, of course, would have put a stop to it as well, is that you bring out the film, it's connected to an old universe, it's under the Disney banner, like it would just confuse people, and it's not saying it would have made a lot of money, but it's not a movie that's going to be a big office draw that you could have been like, oh, we really can't say no to this. We have to keep moving forward. But I think wonderful things do happen. Even though he didn't get that, he gets a fantastic cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine. We got Deadpool Wolverine, which was bloody brilliant. Mr. J, my smart words, Mr. Jeffrey. Yeah, I have a while, but definitely has been blowing out of proportion. It was around the same time when X-Men Origins came out. Yes, so it was 2016. It was meant to come out originally. Damn, that is old as shit. But yeah, apparently Ian McKellen said in a recent interview the fact that he destroyed New Jersey. What does that mean? What does that mean? I just want Avengers Doomsday now. And I gotta talk about that too. Mr. DJ Fly High, I still want my Blade movie, mate. Kevin Feige has recently said in an interview that Blade is on the table, but it is currently no movement. Just scrap it. You fumbled it. You can't get it off the ground. You've waited too long, and you've missed the opportunity. You're going to have to rework it in something else. You should have just. I know things don't always go to plan, and you always want to make the best movie. But if it was like Sinners, that would have been brilliant. That would have been fantastic. But no, we get nothing. we got nothing. That's the annoying thing, is we got nothing from it. Oh, it sucks. And what even sucks even more is that, which has kind of put me in a kind of I am almost don't give a shit now kind of mood with the Super Bowl, is that it's reported, which I hope gets surprised. It's reported that apparently there will be no Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. There is no Avengers Doomsday trailer. Attached to this. Maybe Avengers Doomsday. Okay, that's because we just got all the teasers. But come on, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let's give us a sequel. Come on, sorry, a teaser trailer. Give us that at least. But don't worry, your Toy Story 5, all Toy Story 5, all the ones coming for summer, they're all meant to have teaser trailers. That's coming up, so it's going to still be worth watching. But just when I saw this little bit of news, I was like, oh, that sucks. Brand New Day teaser trailer. At least give us that, not just him running in a warehouse. Mr. DJ Fly High, if they cancel the Blade, how will they explain the Jon Snow credit cut scene from post-credit scene from the Internals? I think I can tell you right now, mate. I can tell you right now. Now how they're going to work around that is that because no one wants to remember Internals. Marvel doesn't want you to remember Internals ever came out. I highly doubt you will see Astrum, the Giant Titans ever again. Yes, we got it in Captain America, Brave New World. That worked out, but there's nothing. We're not going to see the Internals anymore. We're going to see any of those characters again. That's just Marvel put a lot into it. It's not the worst Marvel movie, but you don't hear anyone really clamoring to get the Internals back. The only last little thing that would go on Internals was Icarus in Marvel Zombies. And of course, in Wonder Man, there's also, which I did notice, there is, but that's about it. It's you can't win them all. You can't win them all. The Marvel train, as much as I'm on it, has felt a little bit shaky at times. I'm still hanging on, but yeah, the Internals, like I was very like when the trailer for Internals, I had my curiosity. I was like, okay, new team, all right, new team, like deeper history into the Marvel mythos and everything. But that is probably one of the first times. Like I still like Thor 2. I still like Thor 2. And I left the theater going, right, okay. That's the Blade part was cool. The Black Knight part was cool. But the whole movie, I'm like, yeah, okay. I get what you're trying to do, but it wasn't like a wow. I can't wait to see these characters again. The worst, Mr. DJ Fly High. The worst movie still goes to Marvel's Mate. I'm gonna have to fight you to that T because right here, I'm telling you right now, ranters and rantettes. The Marvels is not the worst Marvel movie. The Marvels is still better than the Internals. I'm gonna say it. The Marvels are still better because Kamala Khan has more charisma than half the cast that we got in the Internals. Right there. She made that movie. And not to mention, the Marvels also has Beast looking like in comic book accurate Beast that we got to that. So that's still a win. Internals, there was no win in that. No win. Just being like, okay, subpar. It's a good film. The cast go along with it. You can tell the chemistry and all that. Like I could be going a little bit dark. Actually, no, I'm not being a little dark. No, it didn't have that Marvel magic as good as it could have been. It just seemed like it just didn't have enough in it. Also, Harry Potter TV show HBO Max is Mr. DJ Fly. Actually, no, I got an equal worse one. Thor: Love and Thunder. Ooh, that does tip the scales. See, Thor: Love and Thunder wasn't fantastic. Christian Bale's gore was good. Should have been more of him. He should have been more brutal. Should have been more ruthless. A whole bunch of that. So, I know some people didn't like it, but seeing Lady Thor was still pretty good. Still pretty cool to see. Try to think like I still put Thor: Love and Thunder above the Internals. Yeah, I'm still gonna put it there. Fight me for it, but I'm going to. Sorry, Harry Potter TV show that's going to be coming out on HBO Max. Will be streaming, and we'll be doing a season for every single book moving forward. These kids are going to be doing this until they're 50. It's reported that it will be dropping early 2027 in that type of window. Before this report, it was kind of 2027 sometime. It is reported to be early 2027. The idea is they want to do a season every year. That's so they are shooting season 1 and season 2 back to back. So we'll get season 1 in 2027, season 2 2028, and so on and so forth. So by the time it finishes, like if I have kids, they'll probably have to watch the last season of it, and that's going to be their Harry Potter, which is so scary, and I feel so old. Also, it's a TV show that's coming a little bit sooner, which we haven't got a trailer yet for, but we did get some photos. Is Ted Lasso season 4, where we see Ted return back to the UK to coach a ladies soccer team. Then we get some photos. Some of the characters have returned. Some are not returning for obvious reasons, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be cameos, which we know of it. But yeah, I can't wait until we get the trailer for season 4 of Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso season 4, I'm pretty sure, is meant to be roughly about June, July this year. Yeah, roughly about there. That's right. Yep. Summer 2026, but roughly about there it'll be coming it will be coming out. But yes, Ted Lasso fans, it is arriving. Also, so it's gonna be so little. Okay, let's this could be a little bit history lesson. So what we've got coming out later this year is a Rocky biopic movie, which is about Sylvester Stallone on how he made Rocky, and that's coming out on November the 13th this year. The guy playing Rocky looks the spinning image, like looks just like him. He's going to be perfect for it. So Rocky with Sylvester Stallone is the complete definition of where you bet yourself on all of it. You bet on you. So he had the script for Rocky. He wrote the script for Rocky, and he was trying to get studios to pick it up, finance the film. But a lot of people said no. But then, there was a situation where someone said yes, but we want to cast someone who's more well known. And he's like, no. I'm going to play him. I got to do this. I got to play him. So in the end, he was getting really broke. He was able to get some money to make the film. I'm pretty sure he had to sell his dog, and he had to go buy his dog back. And the Rocky was a big hit. Rocky Balboa was a big hit. The film did well. There's the 6 sequels to follow that, and 3 spin-offs, sorry, to follow that. So it did a great job. So this film's gonna be really good to see on how that all came about making this icon, because it is, it is a great, it is a story of, bet on yourself type of story. So I'm really excited to see this. I really hope we get a trailer soon for it, but it's truth in the fact that your passion, your love, all in on you, and it paid off. It paid off big time for Mr. Sylvester Stallone, which also another Sylvester Stallone film that we are getting, which we did get the poster for, is the Rambo movie, which is the Rambo prequel movie that'll be coming up. So we're going to see him when he was a kid in Vietnam and everything. So it will be a prequel to the first Rambo film. So we are getting a Rocky film and we are getting a Rambo film. Neither of them at this stage have a cameo of Sylvester Stallone. I think he's involved in the Rocky biopic, but he's not involved with the Rambo movie, which he wanted to be involved in the Rambo movie because he wanted to do like an AI type of thing for it, which he was excited for. But that they've just started to go in that direction. But yeah, if you are excited, you got that coming, you got that cooking up. All right. So honestly, if you haven't already, it came out last week. You need to go see Send Help. Rachel McAdams. This is Sam Raimi's first film since Doctor Strange. You need to go see this film. Is a mix of comedy, action, horror. I still have nightmares. A couple of scenes from this, and it's just got Sam Raimi all the way through it. But you definitely need to go check out this film. At first, you think it's just going to be a thriller, but it just turns into an absolute wild direction. It is. I had a very similar situation last year where, to kick off the film, one I had very low expectations for was Companion. That blew it out of the water for me, and this does the same thing. Low expectations, blew out of the water, loved it. And if we go on my letterbox at a 5 stars, I give this 4.5. It is right up there. It is something definitely worth the watch. Of price of admission to go to the movies, go see this. It is definitely not a family movie. So if you're a horror fan and thriller fan and you like Sam Raimi, definitely go check this out. You will not be disappointed. Just the only thing I can tell you about the film is that it doesn't stick to a lane. So it's not straight up horror. It's not straight up thriller. This is a little bit of this, a little bit of that, stir it all around, and you've got Send Help. And it works. Because sometimes when you mix different genres, it doesn't blend well because of execution for it. But this does it. This does it really well. This is just a little bit of everything, and it mixes out perfect with Sam Raimi doing this. So it is one of the best, best films that kick off the year for this. I highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed. All right, so definitely. So let's talk about Wonder Man. Let's talk about why we're all here, and let's talk about the very first Disney Plus TV show for Marvel, which is Wonder Man. Wonder Man, which is the 17th television series in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. My God, that doesn't feel right at all. But it's just time frame, right? Time frame, people. This was first announced in June 2022. And I still remember when it got announced. I do. And I was just like, Wonder Man. Okay, like I know the character, cool powers, cool abilities, but how like this? That's I have all the characters that we could get. We're getting this. So okay, and then little details came about it. It got delayed because of writer's strike, and then leading up to this TV show, there hasn't been a lot of marketing for it, and then it's also going to the Marvel Spotlight banner as well, which was the same as I was gonna say Nightmare. No, Werewolf by Night, same Marvel Spotlight banner. And it was total episode drops. All the episodes came out. The last time that we got that was Echo, and that Echo, some people liked it, some people didn't like it. I liked it for what it was, but it was not like, wow, this was. I don't think we really needed it, but okay, I guess we got it there. But then we got Wonder Man, and we got the first trailer for it. And it's like a meta movie in the Marvel universe in the sense that they're making a Wonder Man movie. And of course, we have Simon Williams who wants to play Wonder Man, and about him going after this. But also we do find out that he's got his abilities that we do see in this. And of course, we've got Ben Kingsley back as Trevor Slattery, which we haven't seen him since Shang-Chi, playing the Mandarin. Like, you will never see me coming. We get him back, and it's also partially directed by. I'm trying to remember his name. Oh, it's gonna bug me. Dustin Democran, directed, who of course he's directing Spider-Man Brand New Day. He also directed Shang-Chi, so it was kind of like right there with it. But I just don't think people like myself. I didn't have a lot of faith in it. Really didn't know how this was going to be executed. It felt it was giving to me like some She-Hulk vibes to it. Really wasn't. And of course, when all the episodes get dropped at once, that's really sometimes not really a good sign. Starts getting worrying. But wow, just wow, the fact that Marvel's made this episode, so 8 episodes, it is, again, doesn't going, sorry, let me phrase it, and I know a lot of people will ask this question, it doesn't fall under the massive Marvel weight of trying to connect everything. Ideally, you just need to watch Spider-Man No Way Home, of course, Iron Man 3, Shang-Chi. That's about it. Really, that's probably the only 3 to 4 things that you need to watch to get in, to get you caught up for Wonder Man, and it's executed really, really well. I found it a little bit slow at the start. I was like, of course, introduce everything, how it could all happen, but it does a great job. And it gave me, it's always a mix of like a studio, superhero kind of like mashed up kind of vibes you put together, and it does it really well. And Yura Abdul, he does a great job of playing Simon Williams. You feel for him, you feel his family, why he's quiet, his powers makes it hard for him. Try and get the role, the pressure, and you have Ben Kingsley who kills it as Trevor Slattery. And it's funny because, like, Iron Man 3, he became a huge joke because he wasn't the real Mandarin. Then we got the short, the Hail to the King, which redeemed a little bit. Yo, what's up, FS? As a FS713, yeah, I do. Thanks for coming past. Appreciate it. Do appreciate you coming past. Just talking, just chatting about Wonder Man. But yeah, so going back is that we had the short, and then we got him in Shang-Chi, which did a little bit better, made sense. It was perfect. The fact that he came in that and helped fill out the story about the whole Mandarin situation, which then Mandarin was redeemed, and then we get him in this, and he nails it again, and we get some more Mandarin in this as well, which is fantastic. And the hard thing is, he does the Mandarin, and I'm like, Shang-Chi was great, but I'm like, again, I wish you did so good job playing the Mandarin, and that was one of the big swerves in Iron Man 3, which a lot of people didn't like. But if you stay as a Mandarin, I'm pretty sure you still would have nailed it if that character was really true. But then again, we wouldn't get all this, which is great. And I can't wait until Simon Williams appears again in a movie. It's gonna be a shame because there's nothing reported when he's going to reappear. He's probably not going to appear in Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday. That's a shame. He most likely won't appear in that. But the beginning of the show is a slow start, but it does pick up as it goes on the 8 episodes, because you can just binge watch this in one go. But it just seemed weird that for something that does have the meat to it, that Marvel just kind of let this just drop and go. FS7 I liked. Thank you. I appreciate the like. All likes go really far. It just seems strange to me, the fact something that did have a bit of meat to it, because of course you do have early screenings for everything. But why Marvel didn't invest a little bit more in this, because especially the fact that you've got the director from Spider-Man Brand New Day doing this. Shang-Chi was very well received, so even if he wasn't doing Spider-Man Brand New Day, Dustin still did a great job with that. The show was also great because it was written and directed. Yeah, exactly right. Even if he was doing Spider-Man Brand New Day, he still did a great job in Shang-Chi, and did a great job. So it was still good. Just seemed a bit weird. And there's some of the cast in this with Joe Pantano, Josh Gad, the weird other powers, the doorman, ding dong. That was funny. And I love the fact that there's a whole rule in Hollywood now where if you're a superhero, you cannot play a hero because of insurance. You can't play as an actor or any movie because of insurance. I think that's such a funny concept. Going into that, and even the scenes we did see with someone using his powers, I did like. It does grow it a little bit, and I do like how they worked in the way that they got his suit. When you see him in his suit at the end, because of the Wonder Man movie, it's well done, and the suit looks great. He can take that suit and go fight, and it works, and become a real life Wonder Man. FS713W9W. I hope they release the Spider-Man Brand New Day really soon. Mate, I do as well. We were just talking about this a little bit earlier, that apparently it's reported that we will not be getting Spider-Man Brand New Day or Avengers Doomsday trailers at Super Bowl. I hope that's just a lie. I understand if we don't get Avengers Doomsday, as I mentioned, because the teaser trailers already came out, but at least give us Spider-Man Brand New Day. Give us a teaser. We actually, for the amount of people, big people, in Spider-Man Brand New Day, we still know very little about this film, of who the official bad guy is, the plot, and all that. It's very little, but the fact that we're getting Punisher, Hulk, the Huntsman meant to be in this. There's just so much is going to be in this film, and we know nothing. We really know nothing about this. Because I'm pretty sure there isn't. No, I go off topic here. I don't think. Nope. Offer, no, is that the one? I don't think I remember what the actual. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Where is he? Here we go. Going down. I think it should be a lot quicker. Okay, here we go. There is no official synopsis. Just the fact that we know what he's doing. Apparently we're getting brand new day Feb 6. Oh, that'd be cool. If we are, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. Hopefully we do. Yeah, that's right. Spider-Man Brand New Day was unfortunately one of the films that also suffered under the whole Rioters Act delays and striking. It was delayed to that as too. Which it's going to be, Charlie Cox is meant to be in this. Daredevil, Tombstone is going to be in this. Scorpion's going to be in this. Mark Ruffalo is going to be in this. The main cast also back. How does that say that? I'm looking. Tom Holland, a former Avenger who received Spider-Man abilities. Former Avenger. Jesus, he's still an Avenger. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's still an Avenger, but it's going to be interesting. The fact that, what the post No Way Home universe is going to look like for that. I think everyone who doesn't remember who Spider-Man is. What is your reaction to the Avengers Doomsday and your personal faves? The Doomsday trailers I liked. Probably my favorite would have to be X-Men, because I'm a sucker for nostalgia. And that would have to be my favorite. My second one is Black Panther and Fantastic Four, but more so for Fantastic Four and because we say Namor. Sorry, Namor, which means number love. We get Namor back. And that's the curious thing, is the fact he's like on the desert. They're meeting in the desert. I'm like, what's happened to your kingdom underneath? Atlantis. What's happened to that? Which is not called Atlantis. It's not called Atlantis. Nope. Talakan. That could be it. That was my excitement. But I was really hoping that we would get a proper full trailer at the Super Bowl. That would have been great. But probably, they're probably going to milk that for a little bit longer because it's December. And look, if we haven't got the Dune 3 trailer yet, then of course we're going to have just Doomsday trailer. So that's probably not going to be happening anytime soon. But look, if we can get a brand new day, that would be brilliant. And again, I will give anything to be at the premiere for Spider-Man brand new day and the premiere of Avengers Doomsday. But look, to wrap it like Wonder Man in the sense that for everyone who's like listening and watching and you've been on the fence about Wonder Man, I don't. It's not going to blow you away and be like, oh, this is not connected to this and this and this. But as a self-contained story, 8 episodes, it's very refreshing to see a Marvel, and that's why I think Marvel have kicked off the year well with this, because Marvel's got this. 3 weeks ago, we did an episode where we broke down all the Marvel movies, TV shows, and video games that are coming out this year. So definitely go check that out if you want to stay up to date. But in that same breath is that after this, we've got Daredevil Born Again. This is where it kind of is a little bit fuzzy on what's going to be next. It's either going to be I think it's meant to be Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. It's meant to be dropped. And then later after that, it would be X-Men 97 Season 2, getting ready for summer. For summer! I think that because Josh Gray was that. What a man. that's when that's going to be coming out. But I don't think you'd be disappointed. Like, again, I think that the writing, the characters, it's more fleshed out. It's well earned, and it deals with that type of anxiety that we all feel from time to time. So it's 100% well worth the price of admission. Obviously, if you buy Disney Plus to go watch it, or if you go a VPN or whatever, go check it out. And look, that's my review of Wonder Man. Go check out Wonder Man. Let me know. Watch it. Let's comment. Let's talk about it. Let's rant about it. It does hit the spots. There's no official thing for season 2. I wasn't expecting there was going to be season 2 at all. It would just be really wonderful to know when he's going to reappear. I definitely aren't going to see where Travis Slattery is going to pop up is anyone's game, when it's going to pop up. So it's going to be interesting. But look, ranters and rantettes, everyone who's coming past, everyone's listened, everything else in between. Thank you so much for coming back to us for this episode. I always appreciate it. Click that subscribe button. As I said, we live and we chat every single week. New episodes every Tuesday. And as always, until next time, happy ranting.
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time.